Forget those trendy chia seeds. There's a common food that's overlooked, yet it's a muscle-building powerhouse, effectively combating sarcopenia. Tucked away on supermarket shelves, this everyday item has the potential to revolutionize how your body gracefully navigates the aging process. And no, it's not the usual suspects you see trending online like chia, quinoa, or other so-called superfoods. This is a true nutritional champion designed to help you battle one of the most insidious foes of aging, muscle loss, clinically known as sarcopenia. Once you cross the age of 40, your body subtly begins to shed roughly 1% of its muscle mass each year, a rate that unfortunately accelerates significantly after 60. Even if you diligently maintain a healthy diet and consistently exercise, you might still experience a silent decline in your strength, balance, and overall mobility. This isn't just about physical prowess. It profoundly impacts your brain function, metabolic health, and ultimately your longevity. As your muscles gradually weaken, your body produces fewer vital protective molecules, such as irisin and BDNF. These compounds are crucial for maintaining a sharp brain and ensuring your metabolism operates smoothly. Therefore, preserving muscle isn't merely about staying physically strong, it's about sustaining your youth at a fundamental cellular level. What's truly remarkable is that a simple, natural food exists that can help reverse this decline, empowering your body to recover, rebuild, and emerge stronger than ever before. The science of muscle loss. After you enter your 30s, a subtle yet profound transformation begins within your body. Your muscles stop responding with the same vigor they once did. You might be eating well, staying active, and even lifting weights, but the results just aren't what they used to be. Scientists refer to this phenomenon as anabolic resistance, and it's a primary driver behind the loss of strength, energy, and independence often experienced as we age. It's not a personal failing. It's simply a natural aspect of how the body changes over time. In your younger years, consuming a chicken breast or a serving of beans would easily trigger muscle growth. However, after 40 or 50, that same meal no longer sends the same powerful build muscle signal. Studies from prestigious institutions like the University of Arkansas and McMaster University indicate that by age 50, your muscles respond with only about half the efficiency they did in your 20s. Even with an identical diet and exercise routine, the body becomes less sensitive to amino acids, particularly leucine, the crucial nutrient that signals your body it's time to build muscle. Yet the issue goes beyond mere nutrition. Muscle loss isn't solely about insufficient protein intake. It's also deeply connected to how your nervous system and cells communicate. As you age, the motor neurons that link your brain to your muscles begin to deteriorate. These neurons act as vital messengers, instructing your muscles when to move, contract, or grow. When they weaken or die off, your muscles receive fewer growth signals, making it significantly harder to maintain strength, even if you remain active. Simultaneously, the mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses within your muscle cells, start to lose efficiency. They produce less energy, leading to muscles that tire more quickly, recover slower, and are more susceptible to inflammation and weakness. And there's more. A decline in muscle mass affects far more than just your strength or physical appearance. Low muscle tissue disrupts blood sugar regulation, increasing your risk for insulin resistance and persistent fatigue. It also weakens bone density, raising the likelihood of fractures and joint pain. Perhaps most critically, it reduces the production of myokines, tiny proteins that serve as chemical messengers between your muscles, brain, and immune system. One of the most potent of these is irisin, which helps boost BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is a compound that protects your brain cells, supports learning and memory, and even helps stabilize mood. So, when your muscles start to shrink, it's not just about losing physical strength. It's about losing one of the body's most crucial defense systems. Your muscles are more than just tissue. They function as an organ that actively communicates with your brain, metabolism, and immune system. This is why scientists now refer to muscle as the organ of longevity. Understanding how anabolic resistance operates is the first essential step toward reversing it. The good news is that with the right nutrition and a few key habits, your muscles can still respond, rebuild, and grow stronger, regardless of your age. Why protein quality matters more than quantity. Most people assume that building muscle after 50 is simply a matter of eating more protein. They load up on shakes, powders, or so-called superfoods like chia seeds, believing that sheer quantity alone will do the trick. However, here's the fundamental truth. It's not about how much protein you consume. It's about how effectively your body can utilize it. You could be ingesting plenty, but if the protein quality is subpar, your muscles simply won't receive the crucial signals to grow. Think of protein as a language your body understands, with each protein source composed of amino acids, the words that form this language. Some words are robust and clear, sending a powerful message to your muscles to repair and rebuild. Others are weak, and your body barely registers them. The distinction between maintaining strong, youthful muscles and experiencing their decline often boils down to the clarity of that signal. One amino acid in particular acts as the megaphone for muscle growth, leucine. Scientists refer to it as the on switch for muscle protein synthesis, MPS, the intricate process responsible for building new muscle tissue. Leucine specifically activates a pathway in your body called mTOR, which serves as the master controller for muscle repair. Without sufficient leucine, the total amount of protein you eat becomes irrelevant. Your muscles simply won't respond as they should. Research indicates that a single meal requires at least 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine to effectively activate MPS. This is precisely where most plant-based proteins fall short. Foods like chia, flax, or hemp might sound healthy, but they often lack adequate amounts of the right amino acids, especially leucine, lysine, and methionine, to effectively trigger muscle growth in older adults. Conversely, foods such as eggs, whey protein, lean meats, and even dairy are abundant in high-quality complete proteins. These foods provide all 9 essential amino acids, those your body cannot produce on its own. Furthermore, they are rich in leucine, which typically constitutes about 10% of their total amino acid content. This means they consistently send a clear and powerful build muscle message with every bite. Not only that, but these proteins are also absorbed quickly, a critical factor for older adults who often experience slower digestion and anabolic resistance. Just one serving of a high leucine food can keep muscle protein synthesis elevated for several hours, especially when consumed after physical activity or before bed, when the body enters its prime repair mode. So, while chia seeds and trendy plant powders might appear impressive on paper, your body needs more than just hype. It requires effective fuel. The true secret isn't about simply consuming more protein, but rather about selecting the kind that communicates with your body's language loudly and clearly. When you do this, you're not merely eating to survive. You're eating to remain strong, vibrant, and independent for many years to come. The underrated power of eggs? If there's one food that truly excels in the battle against muscle loss, it's not chia seeds, not hemp, and not any expensive powder you might find on a shelf. It's eggs. Simple, affordable, and packed with the precise nutrients your body needs to maintain strength as you age. Most people perceive eggs merely as a breakfast staple, but in reality, they represent one of the most potent tools you can wield to combat sarcopenia, the age-related decline of muscle. Unlike chia seeds or other plant-based superfoods, Eggs boast the complete spectrum of essential amino acids presented in nearly perfect ratios for the human body. This means that every bite sends a strong, unambiguous signal to your muscles. It's time to repair, rebuild, and grow. Research from institutions like the University of Illinois and Texas A&M has unequivocally demonstrated the remarkable power of this unassuming food. In one compelling study, participants who consumed whole eggs after resistance training experienced a 40% higher increase in muscle protein synthesis compared to those who only ate egg whites. This is because the yolk isn't just about fat, it's where much of the metabolic magic unfolds. The yolk is a rich source of phospholipids, choline, cholesterol, vitamin D, and vitamin B12, all pivotal nutrients that actively support your body's anabolic or muscle-building response. Within a mere 90 minutes of eating eggs, leucine levels in your blood rise above the critical threshold required to activate muscle repair and growth via the mTOR pathway. And here's a fact that often surprises many. The cholesterol in eggs is not your adversary. For decades, people were advised to avoid it, but current understanding reveals that dietary cholesterol plays a crucial role in hormone production and cellular repair. It actively supports anabolic signaling, helping your body respond more effectively to nutrients and physical activity. In fact, studies have shown that adults over 55 who consume 2 whole eggs daily for 12 weeks observed an increase in their lean muscle mass and leg strength, even without altering their exercise routine. Such is the profound effectiveness of this food. Of course, chia seeds certainly have their merits. They are beneficial for fiber and plant-based omega-3s. However, when the goal is to build and preserve muscle, eggs communicate with the body's language loud and clear. They offer the ideal balance of amino acids, healthy fats, and vitamins that older adults need to sustain strength, energy, and mobility. So, the next time someone extols the virtues of the latest superfood, remember that sometimes the most powerful solutions are also the simplest. The humble egg has been available all along, quietly achieving what trendy health foods often cannot, helping you rebuild your body from the inside out. The role of timing when you eat. Most people believe that building muscle is solely about what you eat. However, when you eat is equally, if not more, important, especially as you get older. The timing of your meals can profoundly alter how your body utilizes protein for muscle repair and growth. Your body operates on a circadian rhythm, an internal 24-hour clock that meticulously governs everything from your sleep cycle to your metabolism. And perhaps surprisingly, muscle protein synthesis, the intricate process that rebuilds and fortifies muscle fibers, also adheres to this rhythm. This means there are specific periods throughout the day when your body is naturally primed for building and recovery, and other times when it's less responsive. Learning to synchronize with this rhythm rather than working against it can make an enormous difference in how strong and energetic you feel, irrespective of your age. For instance, one of the most frequently overlooked windows for muscle recovery occurs at night. When you sleep, your body enters its deepest recovery mode. Essential hormones like growth hormone and testosterone, both critical for muscle repair, reach their peak levels. However, here's the crucial point. If you go to bed without sufficient high-quality protein in your system, your body lacks the essential raw materials needed to rebuild. This is why consuming a slow-digesting protein before sleep can be a true game changer. Research demonstrates that ingesting approximately 40 grams of slow-digesting protein prior to bedtime can boost muscle protein synthesis by up to 22% in older adults. Foods such as eggs, Greek yogurt, or cottage cheese digest slowly, steadily releasing amino acids throughout the night to nourish your muscles while you rest. You are essentially transforming your sleep into an effective 8-hour muscle recovery session. The morning also represents another vital window. Starting your day with a protein-rich breakfast helps stabilize blood sugar, reduce cravings, and kickstart your metabolism. It also prevents your body from breaking down muscle tissue after a prolonged night of fasting. Something as straightforward as eating eggs in the morning can help signal your body to remain in an anabolic or muscle-building state instead of sliding into muscle breakdown. And of course, the period immediately following exercise is one of the absolute best times to fuel your muscles. Within approximately 60 minutes of completing a workout or even light physical activity, your muscles are highly receptive, like sponges. They absorb amino acids and nutrients at a significantly higher rate. This is when a fast-absorbing protein source, such as eggs or whey, can truly make a substantial impact. So, if you aim to maximize the benefits of your meals, envision your protein intake as a rhythm: morning to awaken your body, post-workout to refuel, and before bed to recover. It's not merely about ingesting more protein, it's about providing your body with what it needs precisely when it needs it most. Once you begin to synchronize your meals with your body's natural rhythm, you will notice incredible transformations: increased strength, enhanced energy, deeper sleep, and a body that truly feels years younger. The brain-muscle connection. Building muscle isn't solely about lifting weights or meticulously choosing the right foods. It's also profoundly interconnected with your brain. Most people perceive strength as purely physical, but the reality is that its origins lie within your nervous system. Every movement, every repetition, every instance you challenge your body, you're not merely training your muscles, you're simultaneously training your brain to communicate more effectively with them. Your muscles do not move autonomously. They respond to electrical signals dispatched from your brain, traveling through an intricate network of nerves. When these signals are robust and clear, your body executes movements with power, balance, and coordination. However, as we age, this vital connection often begins to wane. The messages from your brain to your muscles become weaker, slower, and less precise. This is a primary reason why older adults experience not only muscle loss, but also issues such as poor balance, diminished reflexes, and persistent fatigue. The encouraging news is that you can re-establish that connection, and it's simpler than you might imagine. Each time you engage in resistance training or even simple strength exercises, you are actively strengthening that brain-muscle communication. You are essentially teaching your nervous system to fire more efficiently over time. This process enhances how your muscles respond, enabling you to move with greater ease and heightened confidence. Scientists refer to this as neuromuscular adaptation, and it stands as one of the most potent methods to combat both physical and mental aging. What's truly astonishing is that this connection doesn't just make you physically stronger, it also makes you mentally sharper. Numerous studies have demonstrated that resistance training significantly boosts memory, focus, and executive function, the crucial mental skills that empower you to plan, think clearly, and make informed decisions. How is this even possible? The secret lies in tiny proteins called myokines, which are natural chemical messengers released by your muscles when you move. One specific myokine, called irisin, travels to the brain and stimulates the production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as fertilizer for your brain cells. It actively helps grow new neurons, protects existing ones, and improves communication between different brain regions. Elevated BDNF levels have been linked to a sharper memory, an improved mood, and even offering protection against neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. So, when you work your muscles, you are quite literally helping your brain grow stronger and maintain its youthfulness. This is precisely why regular movement, especially strength training, transcends mere exercise. It's therapy for both your body and your mind. You are not only cultivating physical resilience, but also fostering mental clarity, emotional stability, and self-confidence. Every squat, push-up, or session with light weights is like sending a powerful affirmation to your brain: I'm still here, I'm still strong, and I'm not slowing down. So remember, when you train your body, you are simultaneously training your mind, and that, unequivocally, is one of the most life-changing actions you can undertake for yourself at any age. Putting it all together, a daily blueprint. So now that you grasp the essential components, protein, timing, movement, and the brain-muscle connection, it's time to integrate them into a tangible, actionable plan. Because while knowledge is undeniably powerful, it's action that truly transforms your life. If you're over 60 and aspire to reduce muscle loss by as much as 50%, the solution doesn't lie in complicated supplements or extreme workouts. Instead, it's about establishing a simple, well-balanced daily rhythm that inherently supports your body's natural strength cycle. Begin your day by properly nourishing your muscles. A breakfast consisting of 2 or 3 eggs paired with complex carbohydrates like oats or fresh fruit will provide sustained energy and a potent protein boost to kickstart muscle synthesis. This morning protein intake establishes the metabolic tone for your day, keeping your blood sugar stable and your mind clear. In the afternoon, prioritize a protein-rich lunch, perhaps chicken, fish, or legumes, along with an abundance of colorful vegetables and sufficient water to maintain hydration. While hydration might seem straightforward, your muscles are composed of nearly 75% water, and even mild dehydration can diminish performance and impede recovery. Later in the evening, conclude your day with another serving of protein. This could be fish, dairy, or an egg, followed by a slow-digesting protein before bed, such as cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. This strategy helps continuously feed your muscles throughout the night, precisely when your body enters its deepest recovery phase, actively rebuilding and repairing tissue as you sleep. However, nutrition constitutes only half of the equation. Movement is the second foundational pillar of your daily blueprint. You don't necessarily require heavy weights or a sophisticated gym membership. Consistency is paramount. Engaging in strength training just 3 times a week, even with basic bodyweight exercises like squats, wall push-ups, or chair stands, can yield remarkable results. The key lies in focused attention. As you move, consciously observe and engage the muscles you are working. This mindful awareness, which scientists term motor focus coupling, can actually enhance your strength gains by up to 13%, even without increasing your external load. In essence, the more connected your mind is to your movement, the superior your outcomes will be. When you synthesize all these habits, high-quality protein, precise timing, consistent resistance training, restorative sleep, and mindful focus, you cultivate what I like to call a youth maintenance loop. This is a continuous cycle that keeps your metabolism vibrant, your hormones balanced, and your brain youthful. Every meal, every workout, every night of quality sleep builds upon the last, reinforcing your inherent strength from the inside out. And the truly beautiful aspect of all this is that it is never too late to begin. Whether you are 60, 70, or even beyond, your body still possesses the incredible capacity to grow, repair, and flourish. All it requires is the appropriate care, unwavering consistency, and intentional effort. So here's the unvarnished truth. You don't need expensive powders, trendy superfoods, or miracle supplements to effectively combat muscle loss. What your body genuinely needs is proper nourishment, consistent movement, and steadfast consistency. Something as fundamental as regularly eating eggs, strategically timing your protein intake, and staying physically active can entirely transform your aging journey. Sarcopenia does not have to dictate your later years. You possess the power to remain strong, independent, and full of life, starting today. Consider this: Every small choice you make, what you eat for breakfast, how you move your body, when you allow yourself to rest, each contributes to the larger picture. Your body isn't giving up on you. It's patiently waiting for you to provide it with what it needs to rebuild and thrive. And the truly amazing part is that it's never, ever too late to begin. Regardless of your age, you can still awaken with abundant energy, move without pain, and feel immense pride in the strength you have cultivated. If you've gleaned new insights today, or if this message has instilled a renewed sense of hope within you, then please don't let it end here. I have so much more invaluable information I wish to impart about how to maintain a strong body and a sharp mind as you age. So I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and watch the next video. It delves into simple, scientifically backed foods that empower your body to heal, grow, and remain youthful from the inside out. Because aging isn't about decelerating, it's about becoming more intelligent and intentional about how you care for yourself. And together, we can ensure that every passing year is stronger than the last. If you found this video genuinely helpful, please make sure to hit that like button. It significantly supports the channel. And don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you never miss out on future enlightening videos. I would genuinely love to hear your thoughts, so please drop a comment below and let me know what resonated with you. Thank you for watching, and I eagerly anticipate seeing you in the next one.